This is for all those who ponder about what Christian videos and how to proceed with them while respecting grandparents. Respecting grandparents. Is there a commandment about respecting grandparents? I don't remember that. There is one about elders, so I shouldn't get too off on it. But who's actually being dishonored as a parent? That's the question. And so my first question, where's your man in all this? Because I know I just tell my parents the kids aren't coming over if they're going to show my 3-year-old movies and I don't want them to. Now, I've had to come a long way in how I engage with my family, but I would have done that years ago. Years ago. Because there's just no way they're going to be able to do that to my kid without my permission. They don't have more right to the child than I do, just because I'm letting them see the child. They can try to sue me in court. They won't win. Even in this crazy day, grandparents can't just go take kids. So my other thought on this is the bit about, my parents will be angry, sad if I attempt to have a discussion. Okay. So I will say, I know this. When my kids try to talk with me and I get angry or sad, it's because I'm too childish. That's my problem. Seems to be your parents' problem too, though. So when you have childish parents, do you honor them by letting them misbehave and steal from you your honor? And my answer is just no. And that's before we talk about any of the specifics. There's no specifics in this other than that. You're like, hey, mom, dad, you want to see my 3-year-old? Yes, we love your kids. Can you please not? No, we're going to do that to them. Oh, well, then you're not going to see them. Love you guys. You can come over anytime. That's me, though. I can't say that's my advice. My wife is going to give you our advice. That's just what I would do. But see, I'm the guy, and I'm more likely just to go and do. So where is your man? And then she'll tell you how to act where you're at.
Well, let's just put it in terms that's not the screen for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's pretend that we're talking about food allergies. We have allowed great-grandma, great-grandpa to care for our severely allergic child with that lack of understanding. No, not without us being there.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
So let's just kind of thinking of the livelihood and the well-being of the child in those terms, because screens and television, the psychological impact that these things have on
massive.
Kids, it is, but it's not something you can see, like anaphylactic shock.
Correct. That's right.
And so if your caregiver for the child, even if it's for just an evening or an afternoon, is not going to respect what you see as a very important part of your child's health, then that person needs to be not a caregiver.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Does it mean they can't see them? No, it just means don't leave them in charge.
Yeah, right. They're not equipped to do it. We live in a society with very few boundaries and a lot of shame. And so it's just about emotional pushiness, right? And so you're being held over you. That just kind of got to do it to have a relationship with them. And yeah, you want to have a relationship with your parents. You absolutely want to have a relationship with your parents. Do you want to let your parents give your 3-year-old alcohol? Would that be okay? If they just thought it should happen every night? Like, so for me, this isn't much different. Now, again, that's my view on media ecology. I've studied it so I can say I'm an expert. But you know what? It's white noise land. Everyone just says whatever they want to think these days anyway. So test it. But like, if your opinion's with mine already, like the screen, like that just, I mean, you said you can't see the result of the psychological impact on the child. And let me tell you why you can't. Because you're watching the screen too.
Well,
that's
right.
why you can't. If you're watching the child, so the first time you let that child see a screen, you just watch that child. They've never seen it before. They're going to be, oh my goodness, watch their face. Watch what happens to them. And they're, I mean, it's just they're dying inside. Then they freeze. Because they can't.